Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we're looking at Palantir. It is time for another update, and today we'll be discussing the potential to form still new all-time highs on this chart. But before we get there, I would like to go quickly through the larger time frame for any of you who might be new. And on this chart we are tracking a relatively simple structure where we have an initial wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, then a couple of additional 1 2 1 2 setups, and this is what I would be tracking as the third wave to the upside. The thing is, we do not have yet confirmation that this movement, this third wave, is complete yet, but if it were to be, I would be looking here for support in the correction in wave 4, starting at the $121 level, going all the way down to the 50% retracement at the $66.5 level. But again, I don't yet have confirmation that this structure to the upside, this movement, is yet complete, and although it is in a topping region, or relatively it seems to be, at least, because yeah, the movement to the upside does look pretty corrective. The pattern itself does look choppy and the momentum has been decreasing for quite a while, but we have been tracking here in the smaller time frame an interpretation in yellow that could still allow us to track direct continuation higher. This isn't the only scenario that would allow us to be tracking direct movements still to the upside, but it is one of the few. Yeah, I could also be looking here at a 1 2, a third wave up, fourth wave down, and then a fifth wave. But honestly, this interpretation doesn't look too good either, and at least not based on the internal structure of this supposed wave 3. But if we were to look from a support area in terms of such a correction, we would have touched here perfectly within this retracement, the 38.2% retracement, which is the ideal target for the wave 4. And in this case, we have pushed even beyond the actual last level of support, but again, it was with a swift recovery. We have only basically touched here the wave 1 top, which is, in at least some analysts' perspective, a requirement for a diagonal pattern. And it wasn't even a sustained break, yeah, it was very swift recovery, and we could easily consider the bottom in place now and start looking for the fifth wave to the upside. And honestly, this is what I will continue to do in this case. Now, with that said, in the previous video, we were looking at this movement to the downside as a potential bottom within the correction in the wave 4, and we even had a potential 5-wave move to the upside, where we had an area of support that could have allowed us to look for a potential trade setup, but clearly it didn't work out. Yeah, we have broken here. We have attempted actually first to hold the area of support a couple of times, but eventually broken down, managed to recover into it, but as expected, since we have failed to hold this idea of a 1-2 setup, we headed even deeper into the area of support, which is the main reason we are looking for those areas. So we don't enter too early and we don't sit with our position out of options to wait for a miracle recovery. And sometimes, sure, they work out, but in this case it didn't. And if you were to choose to let it go, you would have had the potential to get a much better entry towards the end of this support area. Now, with that said, in this movement to the upside, I am looking for a couple of patterns that could allow us to track continuation in a leading diagonal, yeah, potential 5-wave move to the upside, but it is no guarantee that this will work out. In the end, we are looking for an A wave, and it is the bullish interpretation that I am tracking that would allow us to find a potential trade setup here in this area. And unless we manage to form this structure, this 5-wave move to the upside in this pattern or other scenarios could work out into a 5-wave move, I wouldn't necessarily recommend, at least from this small time frame perspective, to look for a position. Maybe only if you are looking from a large time frame perspective at the area of support that I have provided you, that is still an option to be using as an area for an entry for the continuation here to new all-time highs. But I do want you to keep very much in mind that from a large time frame perspective, this chart is very much in a topping area. Yeah, we see a diagonal pattern, we see momentum decreasing, and we see a lot of divergences on several time frames in this area, which is why it isn't necessarily the best idea to look for potential trade setups unless there is a highly reliable pattern in this area, because yeah, sure, it might work out, but there is limited potential. This is a fifth wave of a larger wave 3, and it wouldn't be the highest risk reward ratio that could be had, because yeah, it isn't a 1-2 setup. It is towards the end of a trend within a diagonal structure. Whoops, apologies, within a diagonal structure. And while it is still valuable to track potential movements, entering head-on in such areas is not a high probability and not a high reward potential area. And for now, internally within this structure, I am looking at a couple of counts, but what I am mainly tracking is this idea of a 1-2 setup. Yeah, actually not even a real reliable setup, because this would likely be within a diagonal structure, but yeah, it would be a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then in this third wave to the upside, I am looking here at a potential A, B, C movement, where in the wave C, I would actually still need several highs to have a full count. Now the thing is, I cannot really confirm that this is the wave 1 top. Yeah, it could have extended all the way up here, and this would be the wave 2, and in that case, we wouldn't need nearly as many waves to have the full third wave complete. Because within this structure, I could consider an A, B, C movement where, sure, we would still expect to see a fourth and a fifth in this area to complete the wave C, but other than that, we would have the wave 3 complete, and even in a bullish scenario, we would only need a fourth and a fifth to have the larger pattern complete. However, again, it is an A wave that we are looking for in this area to be formed, so technically, we don't need to form a clear 5-wave move to the upside. It doesn't need to be an impulse, and honestly it doesn't even need to be a diagonal structure, because a wave A could easily be formed of a simple A, B, C movement, in which case the good part is that we would be tracking a similar structure in this area where it would be a series of 1-2 setups. Yeah, 1-2, and then this would be the third, fourth, and a fifth that would be expected to come, and then we would still expect a few 4-5 patterns before this overall structure is indeed complete. And with that said, we can track here in this internal correction an area of support that can be tracked for direct continuation higher, and I would be looking here at the levels between let's see, this would be for the wave 4, but it would be between the $179.8 all the way down to, in this case, the 61.8% retracement at the $176 level, where actually breaking here below the 61.8% retracement would suggest to me that this structure is likely going to fail, and I wouldn't be surprised if we actually get a much more significant retracement and push, possibly actually even invalidate this setup, this movement to the upside, this entire structure, in a much more basic A, B, C movement that wouldn't need any additional highs and would allow us to actually be looking for the white scenario in a more direct fashion. Because remember, from a large time frame perspective, we could have a top here within the wave 3. I didn't go through the exact counts, but we don't need to have a perfect structure to be tracking a potential direct descent into the larger area of support in the white scenario. And if we are to look here for a potential resistance area for an A, B, C movement, we would be looking at the levels between the $168 all the way up to the $193 level at the 78.6% retracement. And not only that, but if we look from a smaller time frame perspective, we can actually notice that here we have gotten rejected at the 38.2% retracement already, yeah, multiple times. Then the 50% retracement was another rejection point, and now we are heading towards the 61.8% retracement. We haven't necessarily touched it yet, but this internal structure could be considered full, but again, it is on a very, very small time frame, and we shouldn't be surprised of another rejection into the area of support in yellow. Now, even if we get rejected at these levels, it doesn't mean that we cannot continue in our uptrend. It is just a fight going on between the bulls and the bears that allows us, or allows the levels to have relevant rejections that can be tracked. And for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.